Hey guys,
Howdy.
what's up and welcome back to the Roomies Digest. My name's Christine
I'm Mo.
and in today's video we are going to be playing Drunken Bookish Never Have I Ever.
Yes we are.
We were going to save this for a special occasion, but we decided to do it today. So
Every day is a special occasion. I just finished Midnight Library. I'm in my feels, Just gotta live.
special occasion.
Just live, guys.
We asked you guys on Instagram what, kind of questions you would want to ask us for Never Have I Ever, and this is the outcome.
It's a good bit.
Yeah, it doesn't actually look like a lot, but I wrote like 2 pages worth of questions. So we might get to all of them, we might not. Depends on how fast we go through these. So the general gist of Never Have I Ever is we're going to pluck a question.
Okay.
If you have done the thing,
You drink.
you drink. If you
Okay.
haven't done it, you abstain.
Okay.
Right? Because the drink is you're conceding. You're like, I
Dang, I have.
have done that.
Okay.
Right. And every time you pluck, you go, Never Have I Ever, and then you say the thing.
Okay, you gotta say
So-
never.
Yeah. So, like, for example.
But do we both have... It applies to both of us,
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. We're just taking turns because we don't have, like, a producer being like,
Got
hey,
it.
Never Have I Ever?
Got it. Let's see what
I don't know.
people want to know.
And of course, we have our.
Shield the label. Read between the lines.
We have our little beverages. It is an alcoholic beverage, so there we go. Hopefully we get a little toasted and tipsy. All right, let's get started. Bum bum
Da 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 da
bum bum.
da.
This is giving me flashbacks from the Hot Ones challenge.
Never have I ever watched the movie before reading the book.
I have done that. Okay.
I normally do that.
Yeah.
It's just, and I won't read the book if.
You've already watched the movie.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like I will watch the movie, and if I like the movie enough, I will go buy the book and read it.
I have started doing that more. Annihilation was one of the ones. I love the movie so much. I read the book. I actually bought the whole book series. I don't know how that is going to pay out for me.
Hold on a second.
There's a plane.
Next.
Yep.
Never have I ever lied about liking a book because I was paid to talk about it.
Never have I ever lied about liking a book.
Never have I ever lied about liking a book because I was being paid to talk about it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't even think we've been paid to talk about a book.
Yeah, we
ever.
haven't.
So all the books we talk about are just books that we like.
Truly.
Cool. So,
But not saying we wouldn't want sponsors, so.
but we're not going to lie.
We're not gonna lie, but I'm
Yeah,
saying.
the key word was lie. I think somebody was trying to entrap us. They're like, lie.
Yeah, I was
about
like, wait.
book. Yeah, I had to think about it. I was like, double negative. Never have I ever lied. Anyway, yeah. Guys, we've never been paid to talk about a book, so. Yep.
That was my turn.
Yes.
Never have I ever been gifted a book and knew immediately I wouldn't read it. Ooh. Actually, technically, yes.
This has happened to me multiple times.
Because I get your wish list.
My book, actually, I'll tell you, the 2 times this has happened, I remember it distinctly. One, my grandma gave me a book for Christmas, like, probably 10 years ago. It was called War Room. Still to this day have not read it. I've not unhauled it because it's my grandma, so.
That's nice of you.
But I don't think I'm ever, maybe when I'm older. Don't know. I don't know. And the other one was
The what?
it was the Merlin, 2 Merlin books that you got me for Christmas. And I knew immediately I wasn't going to read it.
You might. You never know.
Maybe one day.
Cool.
Probably not.
Mine was, I got an Outlander book. I don't read Outlander. I don't remember the deets. But maybe one day I'll read Outlander.
Never have I ever hid buying a book from the other. Yeah, we've done that multiple times.
You mean like for gift giving?
I mean, it just says hid buying a book from the other. I've definitely hid buying books from you.
Okay, yeah. I mean, like, you're allowed to buy books. We're not each other's keeper. So.
Yeah.
So, but yes, for gift giving, Secret Santas.
Yeah, like
secret projects.
for sure. We're literally doing that right now. We
Yeah.
purposefully have not told each other the other books that we're buying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Simple. Boom.
Never have I ever lied about finishing a book.
I don't know if I've outright lied about finishing a book.
You need a drink.
But have I been to a live show?
You need a drink.
Before I have finished the book? Yes. I haven't hosted, but I've attended a live
sip is
show.
necessary here. A sip.
I don't know if it's the act of lying.
Were you in the comments acting like you read the book?
I commented on the things that I knew about.
Okay. But you stayed till the end.
Well, yeah, because I wanted to see what everybody said.
Okay. You wanted to be spoiled purposefully.
Spoiled.
Alright.
It wasn't really that good of a live show. Anyway, I'll drink till out. Fine. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Never have I ever bought an entire series without reading the first book. I've done that.
Yeah.
I actually did that with Daughter of Smoke and Bone. I bought the whole trilogy because Jayla told me to, and I really enjoyed it, so I have no regret.
I bought I don't know what it's called.
Annihilation, right?
Yeah, but it's like a different word. Southern Reach trilogy.
Mm.
I bought that without reading all the books.
And that's the T.
It is.
So there you go.
Never have I ever DNF'd the other's favorite book.
DNF'd? I don't think I've read your favorite book.
You haven't, but I've tried to read Night Circus and I did not enjoy it.
So a book favorite. A favorite of theirs. Yeah. Never have I ever successfully read a book while walking. I think I tried to do that in college, like on the way to an exam, and I couldn't do it. Like that takes a lot of coordination to be able to walk
So like,
and read.
is it saying if you can do that, you should drink?
If you have done it, you drink.
Okay, I have tried. I've done that.
I've tried, but it says successfully read a book.
I mean,
while
you fell
walking.
down.
I couldn't read what was on the page.
The whole book, but I read like a chapter. I mean,
I'd say that's successful. Yeah. Mine was like it was moving too much. I couldn't focus. I was like, oh god, no.
Never have I ever lost a book you borrowed from someone else.
I've never done that.
I don't want to say I have, but I think I may have lost one of my friends' books.
Who? Someone that watches our channel?
Not religiously, so I think I'm okay.
They probably don't even know.
I think they know. But I just gotta give it one good look, and I think it's with all my other books. So I'm like,
Monique has like a box of books from like the last time we moved. We still haven't found them. It's been like over a year.
It's mildly depressing, but
it's like a tub of books.
She
talks about it all the time.
It's just all my books ever.
And I'm like, where did it go? Nobody knows. No. All right. Never have I ever ruined a book on accident. In the bathtub.
Yeah, that was so funny.
The whole book fell in and it was ruined. It's disgusting now. Like all the pages are like crinkly and gross. It won't close. It only stays open like this. It's basically like I cracked the spine, but like
it's really bad. Like,
and it's fluffy.
You
like
need
the
to
pages
let
are
that
fluffy.
Go.
I put a copy on my wish list.
Never have I ever blacked out. I will not be telling any of those stories. I don't remember it.
First of all, I black out all the time. I'm a lightweight. Monique rarely blacks out. And the one time I remember.
Tragic. We will not do any details. It's the worst day of my life. Just go. Get away from this subject. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, it was a fun time, guys. Let me tell you. All right, never have I ever finished a book in one day. That was cake. That was cake money, okay? Yeah. Should have been like read a 1,000-page book in a day. Then we would have been like, nope.
Oh, this one's for you.
What is it?
Never have I ever went on a live show halfway through the book.
Oh, I literally just talked. Daughter of Smoke and Bone. I have
just drank.
For sure done that. But never hosted. I would never do that. I'm not even kidding. I would never. That would be horrible because I'd just be talking out of my ass. What are you saying you have? Is that what that face was?
I have not. I don't host that many live shows.
Oh man, that's so funny how that one was for you. This one is, no wait, I said it backwards. How that one was for me, this one is for you. Never have I ever made an excuse not to hang.
What does that mean?
Like you just make an excuse not to hang out.
You've done that before. Why is it only for me?
Yeah, but you do it like how the blackout question was for me. Like I do that one all the time. I rarely make an excuse not to hang out with somebody.
If you don't drink on this, I will literally lose it. That needs to be bigger sip.
Okay, just making sure that I went down, guys.
Never have I ever bought multiple copies of the same book in hardcover and soft.
Yes. Which one you say? No one asked. Pride and Prejudice.
What about, aren't you getting all the other ACOTARs?
Maybe one day. Right now, no. Right now I have only like one copy.
But you bought the covers.
I did, yeah. Well, I'm planning on it, but Pride and Prejudice is the one that I've actually done before. Okay. Never have I ever not let someone borrow a book because you were nervous it would be ruined.
Never have I ever not let someone borrow a book?
Yeah.
So if I don't drink...
You have not done that. If you do drink, you have not left. You have not.
So if I do drink, I wouldn't do that.
If you do drink, you've done it. You have not let someone borrow a book because you're afraid it'd be ruined.
Then I will not be drinking.
I don't think I've done this either. I don't think we have any friends that are like, that would ruin our stuff like that.
Yeah, and if they did, they'd just get us a new copy.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be a fortune. Like, you know, I don't think I would give out a signed autographed copy of a book. But I don't have one of those.
Yeah, we're not that professional.
So,
wow, who were
I'm not giving out first editions or anything.
Yeah, whoa.
It's just a paperback I got from Target.
Yes, but, you know, I'm assuming if somebody dropped my book, in the bathtub,
they would be like, I dropped this in the tub.
Yeah, I mean, clearly you don't come back from that. You know, like if there's peanut butter all over the book, we know you did it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what else to say.
Never have I ever dog-eared a book page.
What are the odds? No one asked for that, but yeah.
They're dog-eared.
Yeah, poetry on the regular.
Yep.
All right, let's do this one. Skinny one.
What is it?
Never have I ever shoplifted.
I mean, I took a lollipop, but it wasn't even a lollipop. What do you call the little candy bar? Where, like, you know, when back in the day before COVID, they used to have a candy section, and you kind of just, like, could fill... It's like a bulk section of items. When I was a little kid, like 4, I thought the candy was, like, a free sample.
That's so funny.
So I ate, like, some jelly beans. But I wouldn't say it was shoplifting. Like, it wasn't a crime. Like, technically, yes. But who would charge a 4-year-old, you know?
My shoplifting experience was very similar to that. There was a brooch on the ground.
Oh, I've heard this.
At Belk's, and it didn't have a tag on it. It was just like on the ground, and I thought it was pretty, so I picked it up and put it in my pocket. I went back home. My mom was doing my laundry. She saw the brooch. She is a Belk connoisseur. She knew it was from the department store, and then my dad made me take it back to Belk's and apologize to the front counter lady, and she was like, "Oh, sweetie," and I was like, because I felt so bad. But in retrospect, I didn't know I was stealing, you know? There was no like criminal intent. I just was stupid and was like, that's pretty, it's mine.
Never have I ever taken a book to the toilet with you.
My whole childhood was Archie comics.
Yeah, man.
It's a good time.
The bathroom was my room, really.
Honestly, though, like when you were younger, do you remember spending like so much time in the bathroom? Like not like
I had my
own
bathroom.
Go to the bathroom, but like
I was
showers.
only a child, so I had my own bathroom. So I really was just in there. I know my mom was annoyed with me too, like you had exposed me on that live stream. I would literally sing at all hours in there. Like I would sit on the floor and sing in the bathroom, and my mom would be like, "Go to bed," and I'd be like, "Huh."
Guys, the other day, if you were on live with us recently, you've heard this story, but the other day I was trying to go to sleep because I had to be on set the next morning, like early. And it was like 11 at night.
It wasn't that late normally. Like, you would normally be awake at that time.
Yeah, normally I'd be awake. Normally I'm up until like 3 in the morning. But this specific night, I went to bed early because I had to get up. I'm like trying to go to sleep. I've got my fan on. I've got my ASMR YouTube like going. And I just... Can you reenact it? Can you do this? Can you do it for me? I'll be asleep.
Okay, I can make giggles out. Okay.
This is how I sleep, guys. Like a vampire.
Mommy made me match my M&Ms. Mommy made me match my M&Ms. Mommy made me match my M&Ms.
And like you go through the moments of like, do I text that person and just say shut the up, or like
match my M&Ms.
Y'all, she was like, it was like there was no sound. That's the funniest part. There was no sound. I was almost asleep. I was like, you know, and then all of a sudden, Mama made me mash my M&Ms. Mama made me mash my M&Ms.
I just wanted to see how low I could go.
And she went on forever.
Mommy made me mash my M&Ms.
And I said, of all the nights, Monique never does this. Of all the nights, it had to be this one. Okay. That's fine.
Anyway, that was my childhood.
Anyway, yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Like, I used to spend so much time, like, I would, like, turn on the shower, but then sit on the floor and read a book while the shower was going. And, my parents and I, we lived in this whole old house. And, like, I would have been in there for 30 minutes, probably. I had not gotten in the shower. And I would just hear on the door, you know, like, Christy! Are you in the shower? I'm, like, young, you know, like 6, something like that. And I like immediately got anxiety. I'm like, throws the book across the bathroom, jumps in the shower. I'm like acting like, you know, I'm like doing my, yeah, Mom, what's up? And then I'd like take a really, really, really quick shower.
And that's
like,
why you can really take quick showers today.
Oh yeah, I take super quick showers now. It's like under 10 minutes.
That's very
record
funny.
timing. But yeah, my mom would get so pissed at me. She knew what I was doing, man.
Yeah.
They always know, you know.
Like, I really was.
Your mom for sure knew she could hear you. Me and your mom, we relate on so many things. It's really great. Okay, is it my turn?
It's your turn.
All right. Never have I ever crushed on the other's partner.
What does that mean? Like, you dating someone?
Yeah.
Not.
No offense taken.
Yeah, no.
I date idiots.
And I am perpetually single, so.
That's not true. We just have different tastes.
We do have different tastes.
And that's what we'll say.
I mean, maybe the Australian that one time, but I didn't even meet. But like the idea of an Australian is cute, but I didn't really, wasn't a crush. But
he was a goodie.
You know what I mean? It wasn't really a crush. It was just like, ooh.
Yeah.
That sounds like a fun idea.
He was a goodie.
But no,
He was a goodie. Like a boomerang, that one.
Yeah. I would say no.
It's also like he did the whole like dirty dancing like up in the air thing. It was nice. Anyway,
you're the main character, man. You're the main character.
In that moment, I felt as though I might be.
Never have I ever read the ending / the last page of a book before starting it. No. That's sick.
No, yeah. What kind of sicko are you? Like what?
Even though I think we're gonna have a challenge like that soon. But surprise.
We are?
Yeah, for an upcoming thing.
Oh, I get it now. Yeah. Never have I ever gotten back with an ex. The way it tried to go back into the glass. This glass is probably disgusting. You know, my first boyfriend, I did give him another chance for sure. Cause like back then, like I just was dating him to date him. I didn't even like him, you know? I didn't even want to hold his hand. And
Tragic.
yeah, I gave him another chance because I was like, oh, I'm a nice person. And he cheated on me, so I've never done that since. Learned my lesson.
As we all do.
Mm-hmm.
No, I have not. Usually close a book, it's closed, you know.
Yeah.
More emotional, attachment issues. Other things we could bring up. Wow,
yeah.
Why would we do that?
I definitely agree with you. Once the book is closed, the book is closed.
Pretty much.
Forever.
Like,
literally don't come back.
You could come back. You could try. I will not respond to you. Ooh. Never have I ever had feelings for my roomie. No.
Yeah. We're not like that. But we do have the best chemistry on the internet.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking of other roomies. I'm so sorry.
Insulted.
I apologize. We've had other roomies, but yeah, no.
Me
feelings.
trying to think if I've had a crush on any of our other roommates. No. That would also make it really weird, awkward.
But I think another roomie had a crush on you. We won't expose them, but...
Oh, we already know. Yeah. We already know about
that was a fun time. Trauma.
It's just really the denial. The denial that I kept myself in. You know what I mean? I was like, no, she's totally not like that. We're just friends. Yes, in retrospect. Okay.
All right, the last one, should that be the rest of the drink?
Should we chug the rest of the drink and then answer? Yes. Better. Let's do the cross thing.
I don't think I'm nimble enough. Isn't this your bad arm?
It is. In fact, the one that you punched earlier. Okay. 1, 2, chug. You're knocking the cup out of my hand.
Stop laughing.
Okay.
Wait.
Got one more sip. Girls Trip 2021, baby.
I have one more sip. I almost choked.
Go ahead.
I almost choked.
Go ahead, Daisy. Oh, this is hurting my neck so much. Oh, my arm. My poor little COVID arm. COVID vaccine arm. Okay. We had one drink.
It was me. It was the act of trying not to choke to death.
Monique does not chug anything, so
I felt like I was drowning. Okay, I'll read it. Unless you want to.
No, go ahead.
Please.
Oh, no.
The camera probably saw before me. It was your turn.
Go ahead.
I'm putting it back in.
She chugs one drink and suddenly she's chivalrous.
Ow!
Why do I feel like you're on Red Dead Redemption right now? You just got shot by the guy. And now you're at the saloon with your hand in a whiskey.
I literally, that is a scene. One time, this on the horse, this guy was like dying. Like sometimes you have like random characters come by you and then I thought you're supposed to help them. But like he had like recently gotten shot, fell off his horse. So I picked him up because I thought I needed to go to the doctor. I picked him up, somebody came by and was like, murder! I was like, I didn't kill him. I just picked him up and then I had to run from the cops.
Why would you still have him if you murdered him? Wouldn't you just leave him there?
No, like they literally, that's how like sensitive it is. Like if someone sees you holding a dead body, obviously they're gonna assume you killed them.
Obviously.
It was like, anyway, I remember.
So he was dead, Red Dead.
It was just so funny because like you could see, he was like, oh, and like fell off the horse. I was like, oh my god. So I got off my horse. Like, I'll help you.
I got off my horse.
I'll help you. And yeah, then I had to run away from the law.
Okay.
Are you gonna read the last question?
Sure. Yeah, I'll do it.
It was your turn.
Red Dead. Never have I ever kept a library book without paying for it.
No.
Without paying for it?
Now, I have returned the book, but I still won't pay those fines. Okay.
Because
the taxes.
Anarchy.
Yeah, I was like, don't want to promote anything crazy, but yes. Have I had long standing fines at a library? Yes.
You have?
Yes.
I didn't know that. What library?
All libraries. School libraries. Yeah, USC, I literally didn't pay my fines until I graduated. And I was like, if I don't get to graduate because I forgot to pay my library fine, because they were kept threatening that. I was like, fine, here's the $60 I owe you.
Oh my god, I'm living with a criminal. You turned in the material though.
I didn't steal the book. And after a certain while, they kind of just erase it.
Yeah.
They're like, okay.
Forgiveness.
Yeah. That's what they do with the county. The school, they won't forgive.
The school will never. They're getting their coin.
Yeah. The university was like, excuse me, your diploma is in danger.
Do you want to graduate?
And I was like, I do.
Pay your $75
I had to pay my fine.
Immediately.
I had to pay all fine. It was like a whole bill of fines. It was great. I was like, yes, I parked on Sumter Street when I was late for late for my class.
All of the parking, I don't think I never paid for them. I remember distinctly in middle school, maybe elementary school, there was this one book on like the ocean that it was like a factual encyclopedia. And I remember losing it. My mom got mad. She was like, this is my, because my mom's a school teacher. She's like, this is my school. You can't be losing books, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't find it anywhere.
Where did you put an encyclopedia?
It wasn't a big one though. It was like a kid's book. It was like thin.
Oh, I was like, it's got to be in the library. They just couldn't reshelve it correctly.
And, you know, it ended up being
at the library
in the drawer of my desk in my room. And it was so thin that it was like underneath other things. So every time I would open it to look in there, I wouldn't see it. But then, you know, summertime came around and we did a whole clean out of my room. And my mom was like, let's go through this drawer. We found the book.
That's smart.
Yeah. 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 That was a mess.
I felt like we should have did actual shots.
I feel like we should have as well.
This was tame.
Tame, you said?
Yeah, that's what I was like. But if we did shots, we would be Looney Toony. No, we took a lot of sips.
I can feel it in my eyeballs. I haven't eaten dinner yet.
You did
White Claw.
A White Claw. I just did a nice normal cider, 12 fluid ounces.
I think you're feeling it.
I don't think I am.
Okay.
I think I'm in a better mood. What does that say about me?
It's fine. It's fine. We don't condone or condemn here on this channel.
Another round. I want to watch that movie.
Anyway, yeah. So that's it, guys. That's our Never Have I Ever. Honestly, if we get more questions like after this, I'm gonna just add them to a pile. Yeah.
Yeah, we might come back in a different outfit with more drinks because this was fun.
Yeah, it'd be fun if it was like if we got like some. I don't know if you can get deep with.
I mean, we almost did.
Your blackout story?
Oh yeah, I would never reveal that because I don't remember it. It's unfortunate.
I do.
But you care for me so deeply and my reputation.
I do. Oh, I thought you meant in the moment. I was like, I did. I burst down the door. I cared. Anyway. So yeah, that's the end of this video. Let's wrap it up. If you guys liked this video, give it a like for us. Comment down below if you guys want to see us do any more drunken games or games in general.
I love the games.
Honestly, the games are fun, and I don't know why we haven't introduced alcohol before now.
We have.
When?
We did something. We did like a thing. It was literally right here at night.
I don't think we like drank though.
Oh, but I didn't drink mine. You wanted me to.
Yeah, you get in those moods sometimes.
I don't like to drink a lot. Blacked out once, you know.
It literally was like one time,
yeah.
And then she said never again.
It was awful.
Yeah, it was a fun party though.
Promise me.
I will not reveal this part.
Specifically this. And if you like what you're seeing, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell to know when we have things coming out.
Yeah.
So until next time, bye.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Salut.
I think I'm gonna order some food.
I would love to join that position. That decision. Okay. I think.
You said I've only had one cider.
It came quick. I don't even know the percentage. It's like 2%. Oh, 5%.
That's the same as a White Claw. That's so funny. I love that. Yes.
I thought it was like 3%. No wonder.
Yeah, man. Hard. That is some hard cider. Anyway. Okay.